Did that take a lot of consternation and debate, or did you pretty much agree right away? You just agreed. All right, bouncer. Timer. Audience.
Ready.
Girls. Whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Julie Pizarski, and I go to Sterling Heights High School.
My name is Abigail Gonzalez, and I go to Lakeview High School. And today our presentation will be on triangles.
Before we begin, we just want to ask, what does everybody actually know about triangles?
It's a shape with 3 sides and 3 angles.
That's great. Today we're going to be going over the Common Core State Standard math.content.g.a.5. And what this basically means is it's an 8th grade math topic, it's geometry, and it's from section A, subsection 5. And what we'll specifically be going over in our presentation are the angles found within a triangle, types of triangles, and rules about them. So first off, we have vocabulary, and a conjecture is an expression, is the formation or expression of an opinion or theory without sufficient evidence for proof. Oh, and an interior angle is an angle found within a shape.
Exterior angles is an angle between any side of a line and a line extending out from the next side. And remote interior angles of triangles are 2 angles that are inside the triangle that do not share the same vertex of the exterior angle.
Types of triangles. In equilateral, here we have an example of an equilateral triangle, and an equilateral triangle can either be known as a regular triangle or an equiangular triangle, and all 3 sides are the same and all 3 angles are the same, and each angle will always equal 60 degrees.
Here we have an example of an isosceles triangle. Isosceles meaning that 2 of the lines are the same, and also 2 of the angles are congruent as well.
Here we have a scalene triangle, and a scalene triangle has all 3 different sides and all 3 different angles.
This is an example of a right triangle. Right triangle meaning that one of the 3 angles inside of the shape is equal to 90 degrees. A quick way to tell if your triangle is a 90-degree right triangle is if it has this square right at the corner. That means that it is always a 90-degree triangle if that square is present.
Here we have an obtuse triangle, and an obtuse triangle is a triangle that has an obtuse angle within its interior.
This is an example of an acute triangle. Acute meaning that all 3 of the interior angles are less than 90 degrees.
The triangle inequality theorem states that the sum of 2 sides must be greater than the third in order to be a triangle. And this will be clarified using this triangle. As you can see, A plus B must be greater than side C in order to be a triangle. A plus C plus B must be greater, no, A plus C must be greater than B, and B plus C must be greater than A in order for, and all 3 of those must be true in order for it to be a triangle.
This is an example. As you can see, side C is equal to 4 and side A is also equal to 4. Adding the 2 together will give you 8, and 8 is clearly larger than the length of side B, which is 5.64. So this triangle does indeed pass the triangular inequality theorem.
Here we have a triangle, or not a triangle because the segments are connected, and it also doesn't pass the triangle inequality theorem because 3 plus 2 equals 5, and it must be greater than 5 in order to be a triangle.
The triangular sum conjecture states that all interior angles of a triangle must always add up to 180 degrees.
Interior angles. All angles inside of the triangle will always add up to 180 degrees, and this also means that each angle must be a measure less than 180 degrees.
Exterior angles are formed when one side of the triangle has an extension of an adjacent angle, which is shown right here. And exterior angles and their adjacent angles will always add up to 180 degrees. So that's shown right here.
This is a video that will be showing you how to actually find an exterior angle of a triangle. So what you will do first is extend one side of the triangle, and then the adjacent side and the extended side will create an exterior angle, and then the exterior angle plus its adjacent interior angle should equal 180 degrees if added together, if the exterior angle is found correctly. And then this is just a picture showing you what a triangle will look like if all three exterior angles were found versus just having one found.
The application to the real world is the triangles are always around us, and triangles are the base shape for any type of roof. And with the roof, the rainwater can easily fall off. And triangles are also a very sturdy shape, so that is why they are used for the making of bridges to add stability and to increase the stability of a bridge.
Now it's time for quiz questions.
First, what kind of triangle is this?
Yep. What type of triangle is this? Three.
Scaling.
Yep.
Next, what type of angles are these? Celeste.
They're interior angles. What would the measure of the exterior angle be if the interior angle is 73 degrees?
Sarah.
170 degrees? Yes.
In conclusion, there are many different types of triangles. Also, if you add together two sides of the triangle, the sum has to be greater than the third side of the triangle for it to pass the triangular inequality. Interior angles all interior angles of a triangle must always equal 180 degrees. And exterior angles and their corresponding interior angles will also equal 180 degrees. And as mentioned, triangles are always found around us, in bridges, and even right above us on the road. We're excited.
Does anyone have any questions?
I didn't know that Mrs. Gravel was going first today, but I just have to commend both of you. Julie Pizarski, the best speaking voice I've heard from any freshman this year. The best, and it isn't even close. You're welcome.
Yeah,
It
it is
isn't
excellent.
even close.
It's excellent.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Go ahead. Sorry.
I too say wow on that one. And I just, because it's the last thing I saw, thank you for doing the Works Cited page in proper MLA format. I appreciate that, since it's on the rubric and I've said it a couple times. I really appreciate that you followed the directions and you did that correctly. So thank you. Sometimes I'm sad when I just see the URLs there. It just kind of hurts a place in my heart, and that made me feel good.
You're so
I'm
much
gonna go
nicer than me.
backwards.
Here, let's turn this off.
Oh yeah, I don't want that recorded.